While that item may be useful here, I need to do something else first if I want to avoid making a mess. The copper bracelet is now straight with a hooked end. With any luck, that will power the radio, at least for a short time. The radio has power, but I have no way to communicate through it. I'd better turn it off so as not to drain the battery, at least until I find a solution. I don't think that...
I confess that your logic...
The radio has power. The radio has...
Continue the invasion.
I will not answer any more of your...
Whoever did it, I figure
I beg your pardon, mademoiselle, but could we talk?
I've said all.
I have nothing more... The time for talk has... Even after...
Come back later, Miss...
Mademoiselle Debenham, I must ask you why you lied to me earlier.
Lied to you? I don't know what you mean.
You told me you had never been in America.
What makes you think I have?
Information received, as the English police say. You concealed the fact that you lived in the Armstrong household.
And what, may I ask, was I supposed to have been doing there?
You were governess to Helena Gilbert, Mrs. Armstrong's young sister, and you would have no doubt been governess to little Daisy when she was old enough.
You appear to have found me out.
And the reason for these evasions?
I have my living to get. You must know how hard it is for a girl to get and keep decent employment. I had been detained and questioned in connection with a murder case. Do you think that any nice, ordinary, middle-class Englishwoman would want to engage a girl with those references as governess to her daughters?
Even if no blame attached to you, there would be the publicity.
Yes, we have it hard enough getting on, don't we? Without all of that additional baggage.
I understand very well.
I thought you would know what it is like.
I am the hardest working employee in the office, yet I remain at the lowest wages. And I've worried more than once how my employer, Monsieur Booth, will react when he learns of the avalanche, Monsieur Poirot's accident, the murder. I'm not to blame, but
somehow you will be blamed. It's not fair. It's just the way things are.
You could have helped the investigation.
How?
Is it possible, Mademoiselle Debenham?
Call me Mary, please.
Mary, is it possible you did not recognize Countess Andrigny?
Recognize her? From the society pages, you mean?
She is Helena Gilbert, the young sister whom you taught in New York.
Helena. It is true she reminded me of someone. It puzzled me. But she looks so different now. So elegant. How could I connect her with a little American schoolgirl? I admit I looked more closely at her clothes than her face, and I had my own preoccupations.
Not now, when it's all over, when it's behind us.
Antoinette, those words refer to a private matter of my own. I can't tell you. I can't.
Thank you, Mademoiselle Debenham.
As much as I might want to see that swine dead, I did not stab him.
I don't think he's in the mood.
Really, miss, you know...
When your investigation is complete, I would like my handkerchief back. And my copper bracelet.
I must attend to my duty.
Oh, please, miss.
Ah, your return. So is there more to report to me, mademoiselle?
And that is everything I have discovered so far.
We progress, mademoiselle. Let us see what we can learn.
I have all the pieces. All that remains is for me to assemble them properly.
Très bien, mademoiselle. You have done well. Merci, mademoiselle. We are now armed. Continue the investigation, and do not be afraid to go over the ground you have already covered.
I wouldn't dare. I've disturbed Monsieur Poirot's belongings enough already. I bent the blade of the butter knife back on itself. This doesn't seem... I can't... This doesn't... Those don't... This doesn't... Those don't work. I can't... Something is... Those don't... This doesn't... I can't get... Something is... Those don't work. This doesn't seem to work. A makeshift telegraph key. I constantly amaze myself. I suppose that will do as a telegraph key. There. The radio is ready to be used. That will save the cell from draining while I'm not using it. There. That will save... There.
Superb, mademoiselle. You do not need to learn the Morse code if you have the book as reference. Mademoiselle, the battery.
That will save... There, the...
Mademoiselle, the battery.
That will save the cell.
Ah, your return. So is there more to report to me, mademoiselle?
It occurs to me in spite of everything that the murder may not have to do with the Armstrong case at all. We have much evidence pointing to the existence of an Armstrong.
And that is everything I have discovered so far.
We progress, mademoiselle. Let us see what we can learn.
Countess Adreni's maiden name is Gilbert.
Not a very Hungarian name, that.
Her accent is more American than Hungarian. Barnaby confirms Colonel Arbuthnot served with Colonel Armstrong.
We, the Royal Northumberland Fusiliers, a regiment most distinguished.
Barnaby has discovered that the last name of the Armstrong cook was Schmidt.
All of her ladies have said that she was a wonderful cook.
Pierre Michel has no family.
Never married, parents dead, his sister, her husband, and a niece dead in the car crash. Oh, this is enough to explain the sadness that haunts him, and yet he carries the happy family photograph with him, a wife and a child.
The nursemaid's full name was Suzanne Ferrier.
French. Yet no apparent connection to any of the others involved in that case. Ah, well, not every clue will lead somewhere.
Cyrus Hardman has worked for McNeil's for almost 15 years.
I wonder.
The father of Linda Arden's children was named Gilbert.
No marriage, just children. The smart set is often not so smart, I think. Merci, mademoiselle. Unfortunately, the report, it is not yet complete. We are now armed with...
You're the one bright spot in this whole...
You'll not get another...
You have been lucky, senor.
Later we can talk.
Whoever did it, I figure...
See? I'm right.
Oh, another thing. What is the name of the conference you are addressing in London?
Why, it is the International Society of Gastrointestinal Physicians.
Why would such a group be interested in a speech about a disease found in newborn calves?
Why, there are many similarities between... What I mean is anatomy. Constantine, what have you done?
You lied to us about your qualifications, Doctor. You are a veterinarian, yes?
Yes, a very good veterinarian.
Monsieur Poirot and I relied on your qualified opinions.
Mademoiselle Marceau.
All the inconsistencies, the time of death, the difference in the force of the stab wounds. The murderer is strong, but no, look here, the murderer is weak. He is right-handed. No, he is left-handed.
Have you considered he may have held a knife in each hand?
Doctor, enough. All of it can be explained away with the simple fact that you did not know what you were doing.
Mademoiselle, all of my training was to become a medical doctor, to treat human disease and to save human lives. Then, I come from a poor family. I had not the money to finish my studies. The best I could accomplish was doctor of animals. When Monsieur Poirot was told there was doctor on the train, I saw an opportunity to prove myself. Not to you, you understand. To me.
But your evidence...
I swear to you, every observation I made, every conclusion I reached will be verified by any doctor who examines the body. Further, by my acting while the murder was as yet not too long in the past, I may very well have seen more than any doctor coming to the case days or even hours later. I did lie about my degree. I did not lie about my ability. You may rely on everything I have told to you. Yes, even with all the inconsistencies, you have the correct medical evidence before you. My speech may actually present...
I'm sorry. Your name is Helena, isn't it? Not Elena. You are Helena Maria Gilbert, are you not? Sonia Armstrong's sister, Linda Arden's daughter?
I demand, mademoiselle, to know what right you...
No, Rudolph. It is useless to deny what Mademoiselle Marceau says. It is quite true, mademoiselle. I am Helena Gilbert, the youngest sister of Sonia Armstrong.
Au revoir, Monsieur le Comte. The time for talk.
Now that you know who I am, you...
I shan't change my story now.
When will that plow free us?
When you're in this...
I know nothing, but if you would like to talk later, we can.
Excuse me, please,
Side-toi, Master Chef!
This seems...
Ah, your return.
And that is everything.
We progress.
Countess Andrigny is Helena Gilbert, Sonia Armstrong's sister.
Ah, oui. It is easy to see why her devoted husband would try to hide that fact. Her account of the Armstrong household is of the greatest interest. Please to go over the points of her testimony that struck you.
Dr. Constantine is a veterinarian.
The only man on the train who answers the description of Ratchet's unknown enemy, and that is his only secret? Bah! Merci, mademoiselle. Unfortunately, we are now armed.
You'll not get a...
I can't say I'm... You have been locked.
I'm not in the mood.
The private matter...
I don't envy...
I know my trying to conceal my...
The time for talk.
Really, miss, you know my...
There, the rate.
We have learned all. Mademoiselle.
That will save. Nothing else to see.
The notorious scarlet kimono in your bag, mademoiselle.
Well, of all the nerve.
Oh, mademoiselle. Ah, you're...
And that is everything I have discovered so far.
We progress, mademoiselle.
The scarlet kimono turns up in my luggage. I swear to you it does not belong to me.
Oh, mademoiselle, I have no doubt of that. You have vigorously pursued its owner's identity. No. It is a defiance, you understand? It is a gauntlet thrown down. Very well. We take it up. Mademoiselle Marso, you will recall my observation to you of the many classes and nationalities one meets when traveling.
Yes, of course.
Try to imagine whether such an assembly would ever likely to be collected under any other conditions.
In America?
Oui, the great melting pan of America.
Melting pot.
This is the answer I made to myself as well. Only in America you might find a household composed of such varied nationalities. And what do we discover here? Such a household has recreated itself aboard this train. A household damaged almost beyond recovery 10 years ago by the man wretched. And so we near the end of at least one journey. Please to assemble our fellow passengers in the salon car. Oh, and please also to send for Michel and Dr. Constantine. I will need their assistance to convey me to the salon car.
You will present your solution?
I will offer 3 solutions. You, mademoiselle, will decide which of them will best serve justice.